Welcome to the court. This is Acker at basketball.
Well, 3-4, North Alabama is up next. They didn't end up dropping both, or I'm sorry, one. There are only D1 contests that they played this week. Chattanooga 71-57, 192-60 against UT Southern. Head coach Tony Pujol had a really interesting comment at the end of that game. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to run with the guys that are going to give me the most complete 40-minute effort." I think they're really trying to figure out who that is right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. That was a good point. Tony is usually very calculated with what he says. Very heartfelt. Right, he's a straight shooter. So it was, it was a great catch or a great find.
Right.
To hear that.
Upcoming for them, Jacksonville State 3-3, and then also going against a 5-2 San Francisco Dons. Both games in December here, the 1st and the 3rd. So what do you got as far as what's kind of important heading into this week for the Lions?
Yeah, and both road games. So time to really gut check yourself. Another team where the record doesn't and the eye test doesn't really match what we thought was going to happen preseason.
Yeah.
I like what I see on the court from them in general, right? I really do, offensively and defensively. North Alabama, I'm talking about. What I think they still are for me, they're too one-dimensional offensively.
Right.
They get stuck a bit there. I don't think I haven't really seen that change consistently. Jacksonville State, their numbers are a little inflated. I think they've had a couple early season games against non-Division I opponents that bumped their numbers up. They're a low-scoring squad. The diversity that UNA has potentially from an offensive perspective, all being one-dimensional, gives them an advantage there, in my opinion.
Okay.
San Francisco, excellent shooting team. Excellent shooting team. Will really challenge UNA's length and strength there on both ends. In all parts of the court on the defensive end. That's kind of and that's a slow tempo game too. So can UNA be disciplined in a slow tempo game to manage and still be efficient?
That's what you're thinking about.
That's what I'm thinking about when I think about that San Fran game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
tell me about what you got. Tell me about.
Yeah, 2 of 3 of the teams that J State's played, they average less than 70 points per game. 2 of the 3 teams that J State has lost to, average less than 70 points per game. So I think that's going to be a slow-paced game as well.
Yeah.
J State is on a 3-game slide as well. With the Dons, though, they're currently on a 4-game win streak. And the West Coast Conference is being talked about as possibly one of the best conferences in NCAA, or at least maybe the most underrated conference in the NCAA this year. So for me, I think it's going to be both slow-paced games. I don't really think that fits to UNA's style at all.
Right.
I think that it's going to be, once again, unfortunately, for a team that I think on paper is one of the best in the echelon of the conference.
Right.
0-2.
Do you think they're going to struggle offensively from the pace?
I think, I really think they are. Yeah, it's going to be that because I think when it's a slow-paced game, it creates more opportunity for individualism,
right? Which
is something that you've been talking about. Maybe they kind of got to get away from,
right?
Play a little bit more team basketball rather than having isolation and score.
Yep.
I think that's gonna potentially cause a flaw for them.
Right.
But same thing. I hope they get 2 W's.
Sure, of course. Right. I have them at 1-1. I think they're going to beat Jacksonville State. I think Jacksonville State doesn't score enough. So I think UNA's diverse ability, athletic ability, and basketball skills are going to just carry them in that game. But the San Fran game's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I get them a loss on that one. So.